Hello and welcome back, guys, to another live trade recap. So, today we are going to be doing the trade that I had taken yesterday, 25th August, Tuesday. So, yeah, let's just jump right into the trade recap. So, going on to the day, first I'll show you my pre-market bias. So, as if you don't know, I have started a Road to Glory like series where my main priority, not you cannot say like a priority, but main thought process is to like do some specific things which I will show you right now. So yeah, so this is the specific checklist. So first is get funded 25k well, which I'm trading currently. Then is build a buffer of a minimum of 1000 USD. So the thing that I'm not returning after I build a buffer of 1000 USD, then I'm going to take a payout of $500. So 50% of that I'm going to take a payout. Then after that, build another buffer. Then I take a max payout. So max payout 2000. What does mean is, so I need like on 25k well, the max payout is 1000 USD. So I need to do that with two accounts. Then I can take a max payout of 2000 USD. Then reach a max funding. So max funding is any size account, five account in Lucid Trading. So that is what max funding means. And the fifth thing is 10k USD in payout. So first, second, and maybe third, may like first, first and second is definitely possible within this year. Third, if one and two happens within like there are 4 months left to end of this year. So if first and second happen very quickly, then I could see a world where the third also happens very like within this year. But if not, I have not kept a timeline on whether like I need to finish it in this time. So yeah, like I'm going to take it as much as slow as I can and try to like maximize the outcome of the process. Okay, so yeah, that's just the overall and 10k payout. Hopefully, we get that by the next year. Okay. So yeah, that's the overall thought process of me starting a road to glory, and I've just uh, gotten a new journal as well, and I've just started everything a little bit newer. And I'm like currently I'm not trading exactly the macro, like I'm not waiting for the macro time to open, then to place an entry. So after 9:30 a.m., any time is favorable for me whenever I can see a good setup for me. Okay. So yeah, so I started this day one. So like day one, sorry, I started in Monday, 24 August, but there I didn't have any trade. So as you can see, I'll just do a little bit cover that also. So you see, no trade taken. Over, followed all my plan. Didn't see happening what I wanted for it to happen and take a trade. So that sums up the day for day one of Road to Glory. And so day two. So technically, I have like shown day two as day one because day one I didn't take a trade. So that is a little bit confusing in my opinion, and I need to see it once again. What happens? Day one, if you see Monday noted none and everything I followed, we did see a slight opportunity change in the state of delivery was present, but it was not exactly favorable with my setup which I was trying to achieve. Okay, so I'll just now let's go on to the yesterday's trade recap. So day two. So day two, starting the day, if you see the pre-market thought process was pre-market view is neutral as of now, heading to the 2 hour unmitigated gap below, which is also in line with equilibrium of range. So this one I think so I have written a bit like falsely because at this point this is not the equilibrium. I somehow miscalculated. Like you see this range we are exactly in the equilibrium, but I was like considering this entire range. So if you consider just like so this range is this range is midpoint. So if you take this midpoint, then this 2 hour was the perfect equilibrium of that range. And we can see market had to sweep buy side after retracing to this. That was the initial thought process. So market can either tap this 2 hour fair value gap, then we could go ahead and sweep the buy side, which did happen, but we just swept the equal high. Okay, I didn't expect the market to just sweep the internal high and leave the external, but yeah, that happened. Like it just swept this equal high and it just left this buy side open. Okay, and it just created another equal high. So this can become a point of liquidity today if you maybe get to somewhere around here before market opens. Okay, so if you see the chart here also, can I show it here? Yes. So yeah, this was the pre-market exact. If you see 9:22 a.m. before the market opened. So my thought process was something like once the market cap initially retraced down to the 2 hour unmitigated. So this 2 hours unmitigated before the market open, and we could get a slight retracement from it, Judas. So the market can do two things. There was a 15-minute here as well. Okay. So first thing that could happen was the market could come here, then initially target the 2 hour unmitigated, or the market was in a consolidation range. So it could just come tap this 2 hour as a manipulation move and distribute to the high side, which buy side, which happened eventually. Okay, and I did take a trade after the IFBG was presented. So I'll just show you that in a second. Okay, so this was the, as you can see, I have written also unmitigated 15 present above before open, which could be the deciding factor on the data. So I have written prediction. So should be direction of the market. Okay, so there was the unmitigated 15 here. So mitigated 15. So maybe I was thinking like if it could close through above this, then we could have something like this. And we could use a new week opening gap as a balancing of the price. So yeah, let's just go into the live market. So you can see that was my initial thought process of the entire pre-market. Then if you see the market somehow opened up here, then we get a exact tap into the 2 hour gap. Then we respect the consequent encroachment of this gap. Then we get a CI, sorry, it's not a CIST, which so I did take this in the 2 minute time frame. I waited for the market to close above the 2 minute. There was 3 minute present. There was no 3 minute present. You see, there was no 3 minute present. So highest time frame I which was the 2 minutes. So as this 2 minute closed, as this 2 minute got closed here, then I taken my entry exact here. I got a filled a little bit higher. But yeah, my initial external target was definitely this buy side liquidity. Okay. Like I didn't think that there are three exact high here. One is equal high and one is this high. So I didn't think that the market will take out this high and at this point it will just reverse from here. Okay, that I didn't think. And there was a new week opening. You can see the market closed very precisely inside the new week opening gap. Like yeah. So I just took one trade. I don't taking any two trades and all that. So after this, as the market close through the 15, then I trailed my SL to here, just below this fair value gap. Then once the market started like tapped this new week opening gap and started retracing, that the time I had put my stop loss to break even and I had got stopped out around here. Oh, so I don't think I can show the execution. Can it happen? No, I think execution not available here at all. No. So okay, I'll just show it in the session recording which I've recorded. Okay, so then let's pull the session recording. Yeah, this is the session recording. If you can see 9:26:49. So yeah, I'm just analyzing the pre-market. 27, 28, 29. You got 29. Then the market opens. See, as you can see, pre-market only if 7 seconds are remaining for the market to open. If you see in the bottom right corner, 9:29:53. So 7 seconds before the market opens, that we have already tapped the ITL intermediate low as well as the 2 hour gap. So if we just consider this range, you are perfectly in the equilibrium of this range. So this means what? We are exactly in discount. Okay, if you are having a bullish view, so we are in discount. So what we want to do in discount, we want to buy the market here. Okay, so that is exactly what was a Judas trade that taken. So Judas is also, if you don't know what Judas means, so Judas is actually a person who betrayed Jesus. Okay, so that what that narrates to the market is once the market shows a fake move and goes to the goes to the opposite direction in favor of a like Judas. So what that means like it just betrays the, let's say the market is selling off here. Okay, so market just sells off here and it shows that the market wants to continue to the downside. Then we have a immediate just pull back to the market, which just confirms that we want to not carry forward to the same direction. So we just traps all the buyers or sellers in whichever direction the market was going. So see, you can see the market opens up here and we just dip to the downside. And at that point, I knew that most definitely we will be, because at this point, there are two things which can be targeted. First thing is this unmitigated 15, which had not been tapped. I thought that maybe we could tap this and come here. Then the market would have been a little bit confusing because both sides drawn liquidity would have been tapped. But the market came and tapped the 2 hour. Then the nearest point of liquidity is this LRL plus the 15-minute unmitigated. So the market gave us a nice IFBG in the 2-minute time frame and I taken the trade. Okay. I didn't over risk. I just followed the exact plan. If you see, you got a nice here. Then 1 minute. See, if you see the 1 minute fair value gap, 1 minute is very huge. So at this point, if I wait for the market to close here, there is definitely a world where we just sweep out this entire thing and we close here. Because if we close here, let's imagine this entire candle closed here in the 1 minute time frame. Now, this entire move is like what? 70 to 80 handles. Okay, if the entire move is 70 to 80 handles, now for me to go break even, I need to see at least the market coming to here, not even a 1:1. So then entire trade just fucks up because of this just one fair value. Okay, like if there are people I see who are just banging like two, three like mini here. So it doesn't matter to them if they trade 5 points. If they like 5 points to here is like what 300 $400 to them if they are taking that much mini. Okay. So then like it just ruins the entire trade. So that's why I jumped onto the higher time frame trade if you see higher time frame and higher time frame is 2 minutes. So once I went in the 2 minute, then the market see as you can see, I went in the 2 minute, then the fair value gap became clear. So once the market can close above this, then I can comfortably take a trade. See as you can see, this 9:30 candle open, it just added to the liquidity here. Okay, it didn't sweep out this equal high here, intermediate equal high, as well as the unmitigated 15. It didn't tap entire anything. So if it could have just tapped like this and closed here, then maybe I would have not taken the trade. But it just added to the liquidity, which confirmed the bias that we are going to dip through this. Okay. So yeah, that's what exactly what happened. Then the market closed here. As you can see, yeah, we got a nice close. Then I taken my entry there. I should have taken the entry at the candle opening only, but it became a little bit far. Then I put my TP2. I could have just like hold it like this only, but definitely I decided to put my stop loss to break even once the market. See, as the market took out this low distance liquidity plus tapped on my unmitigated 50, then I was like the best thing for me to go was break even, like risk free, because already the objective has been made. So at this point, the two objective was 2 hour unmitigated, 15-minute unmitigated plus this LRL. So this was the nearest objective that had already been met. Okay, and see if you see in the 5 minute time frame, this just looks like we can come lower, then go higher. So that's what my entire thought process was. That's why I was not leaning on me like keeping this buy trade on a long period. Okay. So then the market comes here, as you can see, it just takes out the 15-minute consecutive encroachment. We have a nice, a little bit fast move. This is in the 2 minute time frames. In the 1 minute, we had a nice move to the upside. Then I trailed myself because at this point, it is the best for me to go risk free because the entire objective, nearest objective had been made. So we could like have both direction of the market in play. Okay, so that's why I did that. And after that, if you see, yes, we tap the New York opening as well. As we tap the New York CP since ES to LRL. So at this ES, while the market took out this LRL in NQ, ES was doing something like this. ES was doing something. ES was just gathering LRL. At this point, this candle, ES just takes out the LRL plus tapped into the 15-minute gap, which was present in the ES as well. Oh, so then I put B since ES to LRL. But I put B, then we just get stopped out here. Oh, so yeah, we just reject this new week open gap. You can see we reject this very precisely. Like you cannot make this shit up unless you study how this works and you just see it live happening. Like you will not believe. Like how can a random price, if it doesn't work, can reject point like market to the tick? Like
It is that precise. Because if we just tap the New Week opening gap and boom from there, like not a single tick above the New Week opening gap. We are directly come and hit my. So there was a re-entry here as well, if you see. But directly I just as you can see, I locked myself out because I don't want to take any risks. Like my entire thought process is like to take one trade a day to maximum loss limit is 250 USD and to not hit the above 625 of daily profit target. So there was a re-entry here as well. If you see in the 1 minute time frame, research a chart. So if you see here, as the market came lower, we start rejecting the first presenter. So this can be considered first presenter. Let's see if 10 stops or not. It stops. So definitely I don't think it's possible. But if we consider this as a 1 minute inverse also, we have a nice rejection from the 2 hour gap. You see, the market comes here, takes support from this 2 hour gap. Then we have a nice bullish close, 1 minute imbalance that we inverts that completely. So if this first trade would have not been entered, or definitely I would look to target this. You see, as we inverse gap entry here, stop loss definitely below this low and target the equal high. At this point also definitely I would look to be targeting the buy side, but the market just tapped this and came to the downside. Well, this was a bit also a fine trade, and many people took short from here. New Week opening up once the market swept out the initial. See, I think so this confuses me a little bit, which is at this point, means the market swept this. How can I consider this equal high as a stop loss? Okay, so yeah, that's just like confuses me a little bit. But yeah, if you see, many people use the New Week opening gap as a like point of interest. So once we hit the point of interest, we sweep out liquidity, then we get a nice inverse. We tap the inverse, boom, sell off from there. Like this was also clear A plus unicorn model. Okay, like we had SMT here as well. So yeah, that was the end of day two or day one, whichever it is. I need to figure out because for one day I didn't trade. So yeah, and this was my post market thoughts. So if we see post market thought, I did take a value to just targeting LRL, which were inside high time frame gap, break even trade. After ES took 15-minute gap and LRL, I put SL to B, but I did not put SL to B. It would have hit TP. So this I wrote also. If I would have not put SL to B, I wrote BS. So if we at this time, if I would have not just left the trade running, it would have definitely at least like I would have closed some partial here. At least I would have ended the doing profit. But that's not a coping mechanism. It's just my thought process. But was a valid trade, waited and took the IBG and didn't make any mistake. So yeah, that was the day two. We recorded everything. Red folder, emotion after emotion before neutral, pleased. So I think so pleased is definitely because overall I followed the exact plan entirely and ended the day on a like calm behavior. Okay. So yeah, that's it for this day. Nothing happened any much more than that. So yeah, I'll end the video there. Thank you so much guys for watching. I'll leave my Instagram down below also. If you are watching till here, you can follow me there. I post all the trades there as well. So yeah, that's it for this video. Bye bye. Take care. Peace out. See you in the next one.